The audience a little bit about it, but talk to me about why you love it.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Amazon rainforest is like the highest concentration of life energy on Earth, and it's full of treasure. I've been essentially a treasure hunter my whole life with a variety of different things, tribal artifacts, and you know, it all leads right now. It produces the world's oxygen supply, so it's called the lungs of the planet.
Yep.
It's got enough medicinal plants to be called a living pharmacy to the world.
Yep.
So there's so much value there, unrecognized
And you
value.
actually got a chance to find that out for yourself, because you were kind of taken down in the Amazon, and some folks gave you some stuff that really worked out for you, and you started kind of a line.
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, in fact, we just introduced a new product called Zamu, which features a camu fruit, which is the highest naturally occurring source of vitamin C of any plant in the world. It grows in the Amazon floodplain, but more than that, Sam, it does something kind of to the brain. It just makes the world a better place, kind of clears your mind.
I'm all, wait, at this hour in the morning.
That's why we're able to be here and awake.
We are all for that. Run out and grab some. But it's so lovely for you guys to stop by. And now Earth Day is coming off, and you're starting your big campaign. First of all, I want to say that what you do, you use a lot of renewable stuff. So we're not out there, you know, contributing to problems in the rainforest. You're kind of bringing awareness to it and helping it, because the products you use are basically renewable.
Yes, and a percentage goes back to ASEA, which is the Amazon Center of Environmental Education and Research, which helps educate the people of the Amazon and bring education to the children. So it's a win-win situation. Makes you feel good, healthy, and help the Amazon.
All about sustainability.
You guys look great. You're a great-looking
really
couple. You look good this morning. We're glad that you're here. It's a topic that we love. Thank you so much. And come back anytime. Next time we'll trade pictures. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this stuff.
Where are you? It's so big, you have to tell us.
All right, Chris, here it is. Our big adventure today. Are you ready? Bon dia, America. If you haven't got it from that, it's our big adventure. And it's the Amazon rainforest. We're just 3 degrees off the equator in northern Brazil. Now, we've been showing you in the clues all the incredible plant life, all the incredible wildlife, and of course now, the incredible rain that keeps it all going. But here's really why it's big.
It holds the world's richest diversity of all living things. It's the Amazon rainforest, and it's the biggest rainforest in size and diversity.
It's the biggest rainforest in the world, covering 1.4 billion acres.
An area so vast it matches the size of the continental United States. Hugging the Amazon River basin, which, by the way, is the biggest river in the world by volume, the rainforest spreads across 9 countries. Half of all the rainforest land on the planet is right here. Inside this rainforest is the biggest number of plant and animal species in the world. 3/4 of all the Earth's known living things. 1 in 5 of all birds live here, like the scarlet macaw, called the most beautiful bird on Earth. And this sleek jaguar and squirrel monkey are among the 300 species of mammals that make this region their home. And then there's insects. An estimated 2.5 million species of them. Even that number multiplies when you realize a species can be a label for 1,000 different kinds. Take ants. There's not just one kind of ant, there's up to 14,000. And a single bush in the rainforest may hold more species of ants than the entire British Isles. Plus, plants. The diversity of plant life here, the biggest on Earth. Over 400,000 species have been registered, and many more are just waiting to be discovered. These are the lungs of the Earth. This massive canopy of trees sucks in carbon dioxide by the tonnage and puts out life-giving oxygen. About 10% of the Earth's oxygen comes from these leaves. Long a symbol of mystery and the wonder of Mother Nature, the Amazon rainforest is simply the biggest in the world.
Now is 17% of the forest area has gone in 30 years.
In 30 years?
30 years. We lost 17%, around 20,000 square kilometers per year. So we already lost in 30 years an area larger than France. Imagine France completely destroyed.
size of Texas.
Yeah, the size of Texas, exactly.
The Amazon's contribution is as a global air conditioner, creating rain and storing carbon. 50% of the moisture for rain in the Amazon is released directly from the trees, so fewer trees means less rain. And when cut, trees release stored carbon dioxide, increasing global warming. Scientists predict that if 30 to 40% of the Amazon forest is cut, it will pass a tipping point, becoming too dry to survive. A connection has been discovered between the Amazon's plants and the rest of the world. This discovery could be the strongest testament that keeping the forest alive and productive is more economically profitable than cutting it down.
Even with all the bad news about the rainforest, I like to really present the good news. With over 100,000 species of plants here, the Western model of science has really only looked at about a tiny 3% of that. So there's a huge potential here in the Amazon. I tend to be perhaps the most optimistic person about the future of the Amazon because of that, even with all the challenges.
John, what is this?
It's cacao, theobromine cacao. It's, most people would probably recognize the finished product and think of it as a convenience store junk food, but this is where chocolate actually starts. There's a wild tree growing in the Amazon.
What are the beneficial properties?
What's interesting right now is a lot of research going on about cacao. In fact, there's a recent study done at Harvard University that showed it actually increases the elasticity of blood vessels, which means it's good for the #1 killer in America, cardiovascular health.
So are you saying we should eat more chocolate?
Eat more dark chocolate. There's a big difference.
Uña de gato, cat's claw.
Cat's claw, a very, very key plant. I would say it's one of the top 3 plants in the entire Amazon. When you slice that vine, it's a great source of drinking water. And then the inner bark, where's that flesh-colored ring around the outside?
Yes.
It has a host of oxindole alkaloids, which have been shown to stimulate macrophage, phagocytosis activity, really kickstart the immune system. You can take this part, pull it out of the canopy, and the part that's left will just continue to grow. And it's to get this size again in 4 to 5 years.
Sustainable harvesting.
Sustainable harvesting. That's what it's about.
This is the camu camu, huh?
Oh, it is camu camu, which is indigenous to this part of the rainforest. And one of the unique characteristics about it, it grows right along the floodplain. When the rains come, the water rises 20, 30 feet during the rainy season. So these plants are completely underwater for the first several years of their life for several months. As those water recedes, that biomass settles down, then these plants are able to extract all those minerals and nutrients, and they end up in this fruit. It's got the highest naturally occurring source of vitamin C of any plant anywhere, and a profile of unique compounds that creates a biological terrain in the brain where the uptake of serotonin is enhanced, which means the world just becomes a better place. You know, it's a mood elevator. In the population, for example, the United States and Europe and the Western world, are problems, health problems and challenges very different than what you find upriver in the Amazon. When you really get upriver 2 or 3 days in a boat, you find other challenges, mosquito-borne issues and things like this, but you don't find the degenerative issues, cancer, arthritis, diabetes. So these same plants that we're talking about now, we've discovered a whole host of benefit for degenerative processes. I actually believe that they can reverse all of the degenerative health challenges that are out there as you really get to know them. Well, I think this is a very important part of creating a new future of sustainability in the Amazon because it actually assigns a real value to the Amazon basin. And when this has value, then the indigenous people become more empowered with the land rights and titles and deeds. You know, I see a whole new future and a whole new balance coming out of the Amazon.